Hello everyone, my name is Tim Colvin and I'm back again to talk a little bit more about how businesses or government can help in the issue of trafficking or modern day slavery. Last time I asked you guys to comment a little bit about how businesses or how governments could help in this issue. Today I'd like to give you a little bit of an eye into what's happening across the world by a personal story, and then we'll look at a business that's really doing a good job of taking this issue and doing something about it. Trafficking expert Siddharth Kara works for CNN. This is part of the Freedom Project that I talked about last time. He's a Harvard Fellow and he travels the world for the last 15 years looking at different slaves and interviewing them and helping them to kind of, escape their problems, but also trying to help governments and agencies understand better what's happening. He advises the United Nations and other governments on anti-slavery research and policy. This is his experience when he went to Mumbai for the first time. This was 11 years ago to research sex trafficking in South Asia. This is his account. I was exceedingly nervous and did not know what to expect. Posing as a customer, I told the main woman that I wanted a Nepalese girl. She took me back into the back room and had several young girls line up in front of me, hands folded. Most had at least one visible bruise or scar. After agreeing on a price of 200 rupees, which is only $4.44 in US currency, so little. For a teenager, Sita, a teenager, was picked. He paid Bipasha, who was the main lady at the brothel, and followed Sita up the stairs. Now pay attention to this description, try to imagine yourself there. On the way up, I noticed the brothel was filled with hundreds of women, of all ages. Laundry was hung to dry on the staircase rails. Children played amid the filth. One girl drew pictures of flowers with pink chalk on the floor. Another girl tied pigtails into a younger girl's hair. From behind closed doors, the sounds of grunting men seeped into the hall. Very sad. Sita removed her slippers at the door and sat on her cot. I spoke to Sita in Hindi, which she understood. "Where are you from?" I asked. "Nepal." "Which region?" "Makwanpur." "How long have you been here?" She didn't know. "How many years do you have, or in other words, how old are you?" 14. I did not want to put Sita at any more risk for speaking to me, so I eventually left her 200 additional rupees and the name and address of a nearby shelter, and then hurried back to the street. Can you imagine that kind of an experience? And that's happening all over the world. We talked about last time 600,000 to 800,000 people trafficked across international borders. Now, not every one of them is, in this case, into prostitution. There's many others, like I mentioned with Mon Kumar and Nal Bahadur. But it's obviously a problem. So one company that's really taken a stand on this is All Saints Spitalfield. They're a high-end fashion retailer, and in London, England, they announced this kind of a partnership with Not For Sale. Now this happened just about a month ago, September 14th, 2011. They came into a partnership. Here's a quote. "In recent years, the fashion world has focused its attention entirely on environmental causes and products," said David Batstone, president of Not For Sale. "This week's launch of Not For Sale's All Saints partnership represents the unprecedented entrance of a global fashion retailer into anti-slavery movement, modeling what it looks like for a company to care about the dignity of people." Wow, powerful. Companies caring about the dignity of people. Now, All Saints has created a whole line of t-shirts, and hopefully in the future we'll have more kind of outerwear, where it's designed exclusively and produced exclusively by All Saints, but then is paid, and then a percentage of that money will come back to help the project. Here's another quote. "Proceeds from the clothing we design, market, and sell across the planet will benefit the campaign on a global scale. Together we can end slavery in our lifetimes." That's their goal, is ending it now before our generation passes away. Not For Sale and All Saints are further collaborating on a strategic plan that will help them to create employment opportunities in the future where there's high risk for human trafficking. So human trafficking is not the resource that they go to, because a lot of times these children that are sold into slavery, it's because their parents don't have enough money, they don't have employment, and so their children being sold into slavery is the most effective and economic way to earn money for them. So by giving them opportunities to work outside of the home, hopefully, these companies can end slavery in that way. The second phase of the partnership is a step to utilizing high fashion. They'll hopefully expand these t-shirts into a whole line of wear, and then all the proceeds that come from that will be given to Not for Sale, and they can use that to help in future projects. Now, looking at this, I want you to tell me whether you think it's PR or whether you think they really care about people. I personally think that, yeah, it helps with PR. I mean, obviously it does. I'm not going to deny it. But I really feel that if they're going to do all this work and sacrifice just for this one thing, they must really care about it. So comment, tell me what you think. Are businesses really in this for the money, or are they in this to really help people? And we'll talk some more next week. Thank you.